y'all, welcome to this week's Therapy Thursday video. And I just want to talk about self-care in the midst of a busy schedule, because I think that for whatever reason, our human nature forgets about self-care. We don't forget about showing up to work, working extra hours, doing whatever else is on our busy schedule, but self-care doesn't seem to be a priority to us almost until it's too late. So when it comes to mental health, it's like you don't want to wait until you're completely distraught, completely burnt out to now seek help or to now take care of yourself. It's something that we have to be more consistent with maintaining in like a prevention way, if that makes sense. Like preventing burnout, preventing a severe mental breakdown that isn't medical, so that you can control to a certain extent. And we just have to really like get better at that. And I'm talking to myself as well, because I have found here recently over the last few months, the more busy that I have gotten, the more my self-care has dwindled. And that's not good, and I already feel it. And I'm just like, all right, the medical side of my depressive disorder seems somewhat handled or stable right now, but I do not want to induce a circumstantial mental breakdown because I'm not taking care of myself in the self-care area. I think that there's shooting or something happening. I live right by a army base, by the way. So sometimes they be doing some extra. But anywho, but I just want to talk about how, or continue talking about how we just really need to focus. Okay. I don't know what is going on, because now my neighbors doing stuff between the army and my neighbors. What we got going on? Okay, focus. Losing my train of thought. And I'm getting hot because I got the air. As a matter of fact, this fan is probably too loud. Anyway, I got the air off and everything, trying to focus. Okay, focus, y'all. We hot. Focus. This video gonna be quick just because I'm hot. Anyway, self-care. Self-care is also not having a heat flash by sitting in the heat too long. So make sure y'all, handle that if you can. But anywho, focus. So self-care, if you need to schedule self-care just like you're scheduled to work, or just like you schedule your appointments or schedule whatever, do that. I used to be like weirded out by that, like scheduling self-care, like, it's just a natural thing. We just naturally need to take care of ourselves. It's a priority. We should already, just know that it's a priority because it's so important. But that isn't always the case. And it hasn't been the case for me recently. So if you need to schedule self-care, schedule it. Now, when it comes to, depending on the different things that you want to do for self-care, so maybe like getting a full body massage might be a self-care for you, a sort of expensive self-care, but if you got it, get it. That might be something that you have to schedule, that's like a once a month thing or something like that. But there are subtle free things that you can kind of schedule into your day daily. Like I know some people, not some people, but there are some things you can do once a week, and there are some things you can do once a month and stuff like that. But there needs to be more consistent self-care to kind of ensure that we don't burn out, especially if you're working, because you work every day or every weekday or whatever your work schedule is. So if nothing else, you should be scheduling self-care just as much as you work. I'm not saying do self-care for 8 hours, so I don't know if there's enough time, but I mean that for the same amount of days that you are working should be the same amount of days that you have self-care. So if self-care for you is journaling, if it's taking a walk, if it's meditation, some of us probably do need to get better at scheduling eating, or at least preparing to eat things that would be nourishing to us, because that's also self-care. And if you're going through the whole work day and not eating, that isn't good self-care, or it just isn't a way to take care of your temple in the best way possible. So if you do struggle with that, because my appetite is still a little wonky, so I do have to force myself to eat breakfast specifically. But if you are one who doesn't eat breakfast and just kind of gets your day started and doesn't eat till lunchtime, maybe trying to incorporate that into your self-care routine to have a small breakfast. And if you do have breakfast but you kind of skip lunch and go throughout your entire work day, or whatever your days look like, if you work from home, if you're an entrepreneur, whatever you have going on, if you do not eat throughout the whole day until maybe dinner time, maybe scheduling in some time for you to actually eat a midday meal. And then again, for the latter part, if you're someone who skips dinner, just trying to add that in, even if it's a light meal, just kind of adding that in, and it'll help you be more fueled throughout the day, as far as the earlier meals. And for the evening meal, it'll help you rest better if you aren't going to bed starving. So that's just one example, a side note. But I just want to encourage us all really to really schedule in self-care, if that isn't something that you do regularly. Now, if self-care for you is watching your favorite TV show, watching some YouTube, y'all watching YouTube now. I love watching YouTube. I watch a lot of vloggers. Vlogs are like, me watching vlogs is a part of my self-care. If that's things that you're already doing, continue doing that. I would encourage you to incorporate some self-care that doesn't include media or looking at a screen though, because there's something refreshing within your body that it just needs to be away from screens, especially if you work a job where you are sitting in front of a desk for a certain amount of hours. To do something like taking a walk outside, journaling, reading, something that is away from screens, because a lot of the screen time isn't the best self-care for your body. So yeah, I just want to encourage you, schedule self-care. That's going to be the take-home message here. Schedule in self-care, because we just want to avoid burning out, avoid an issue that could be prevented by taking care of ourselves throughout the days, throughout the month, and not waiting until we've kind of neglected ourselves so bad that something drastic has to happen for us to make a change or seek help. Let's, try to prevent stuff like that by just maintaining our mental health by having consistent self-care. So that's all that we're going to chat about today. So thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, go ahead and like, and if you are not subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe, and you can leave a comment below if you want to add any self-care tips, if you guys want to talk about what you all do for self-care, because somebody else might need some ideas, so you can put those in the comment section. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Remember to love always. Bye.
I am yours and you mine.